Hello everybody out there in the big wide world. How are you? Welcome to today's daily message, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do nothing but card readings. So who would like a card reading? Who would like a card reading? Let's hope that I'm going to be able to see your comments, because I can't. Yeah, I can see them on Instagram. Hello Instagram. Hi Diane. Hello Christine Humphreys. Hi. So, oh, brilliant. Okay, I can see everybody's comments. So I'm going to do card readings today. That's all I'm going to do. So who would like a card reading? If you would like a card reading, all you have to do is ask a question. Ask a question in the comments. I'm going to start by doing a card reading for everybody who sees this. Okay, everybody who sees this. I'm going to do, how many am I going to do? Let's see, I'm not sure exactly. I'll do between 5 and 10 readings. Depends how long they take, doesn't it? Maybe 10. Let's go for 10. This is number 1. This is for everybody. This is what the universe wants us to know today. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, here we go. That's a great card. So for everybody today, the message is show the world the real you. Now, what this makes me think of straight away is a couple of things. One is it makes me think of one of my lovely friends that I've met through Hay House, Beck Campbell, aka Rebecca Campbell, who wrote Light is the New Black and Rise, Sister Rise. And, you know, one thing that I was actually talking to Le Grand Fromage, the big head honcho, the chief of Hay House UK, Michelle Pilley, the other day. And when I actually pitched her the Moon Goddess cards, which I think I mentioned to you I was going to do, well, I've done it, and she likes the idea. Now I just have to sort of send them some samples. And actually, for some reason, Beck Campbell came up in our conversation, and I hope Michelle won't mind me saying, but what Michelle said is, Beck gives people permission to be themselves, to be their true, authentic, spiritual selves. And if you haven't read her books, grab them, Rise, Sister Rise, and Light is the New Black. And that was really amazing to me that Michelle said that, for the simple reason that that's basically what Rebecca Campbell did for me. I've been on the spiritual path for, I don't know, 20 years now, 25 years, you know, maybe all my life in a way, because I was quite spiritual even as a kid. But I feel like it was when I started meditating that I kind of moved away from religion and, excuse me, into spirituality, and there was quite a difference there, because, I don't know, in religion I felt like I was kind of being led by my parents to an extent, in the doctrine of the church and so on. Whereas when I started meditating, it was like I met my spiritual self. So I meditate every single day, or I chant, or, you know, do yoga, or somehow connect with the divine. Anyway, when when my son started primary school in a very, 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 I have to say it, a very middle-class suburb, I suddenly felt quite self-conscious about, you know, being this kind of crazy girl who meditates and does yoga and chants and does full moon ceremonies in the garden and all that. And I was actually worried that, you know, I'd come from living in an area where everybody meditated and chanted and did yoga, and it was quite acceptable. And suddenly I was in this area where it was a bit more like I was kind of the odd one out. And I was concerned, actually, that, you know, people would think, oh my God, she's a bit weird. Oh, she's a witch. Oh my goodness, I'll keep my children away from her, you know, and that somehow it might even bounce back on my son negatively. And people would sort of, you know, especially because there were quite a lot of Catholics around as well, because it was a kind of partly Catholic school, which is a bit hard to explain, but it was. So I kind of went back into what Beck calls the spiritual closet. And she gave me permission to come out. And this card reminds me of how far I've come, actually, because here I am every day chanting and meditating and praying and, you know, doing these lives every day. I am being me now. So this is a message for all of us, including you. You know, show the world the real you, and whatever it is that your question is about today, whatever it is you're asking, if you're asking about love, or you're asking about money, or you're asking about your career or your health or whatever, this is a message. I'll do personal readings now as well, but this is a message. The message is, whatever it is you want, show the world the real you, okay? Be honest about who you really are. And just one last thing before I do the readings. The other day, I was talking to someone, I actually can't remember where it was. I think it might have been on one of these daily messages. And she was asking about social media and how to kind of launch her, I think it was her holistic healing business, something like that. She wanted to, you know, get her message out there, and whatever it was, I was reminded of an expression that I think, I'm not sure if it's something that everyone says or it's particular to the person I heard it from. I heard it from Katie Brockhurst, who's a social media person, a very sort of spiritual social media person. And what she said is your vibe attracts your tribe. You know, so if you're running an online business, and if you're one of the people who's come out of who's coming out of the lockdown, you know, saying, I've decided I want to change my life. I want to, you know, I want to write a book, or I want to open a healing center or become a healer. Anything that is coming out of this with a more spiritual bent, which I mean, obviously in my circles, a lot of people are. Obviously, probably out in the rest of the world, it's not necessarily the same. But, you know, it's a real message to you that your vibe will attract your tribe. So get out there and be the real you, okay? Be the real you, and that is the answer to whatever question it is, okay? Be the real you. Okay, so I'm going to do some readings. I'm going to do readings until hour. And I'd like to start by doing one for Emily, whose birthday it is, either today or yesterday or tomorrow. I can't remember. Her message zoomed past as I was talking, and I saw it was her birthday. And Emily is one of the most lovely voices that I get on these messages, and I think she's also been joining me for chanting. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to give this to you. This is your card, Emily K, whose birthday is just around about now. Is your card. Oh, you got a challenging card. Are you ready? Step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. And I see Lauren saying, yes, you know, being the real us is the answer, but it takes courage. Yeah, well, that one's for you too then, Lauren. Step out of your comfort zone. So this card is actually about the fact that, have you ever had that experience where you want to do something and you want to do something and you want to do something and you put it off and you put it off and you put it off, you know, like maybe like, it could be like getting your hair cut, or it could be like, you know, learning to drive, or it could be like quitting your job, and you put it off and you put it off and you put it off, and finally you do it. And then you go, oh my God, why didn't I do this so long ago? That's what that card's about, Emily. Step out of your comfort zone. And for anybody else who's worried about showing the world the real them, that's you. All right? Okay. All right. Okay. So Louise says, I've helped her connect to myself. That's one thing that happens with meditation, actually, as well. We haven't done that many meditations on these messages, just because I feel like I do meditations in my my new membership area, which we still haven't launched. Every day that goes by, I say it's going to happen today, and then another day goes by, so I can still give you 50% off. Let me give you 50% off here. And now, if you want to grab this before it ends, because it really has to end, we might go live today. moonmessages.com/Aries offer. Aries like the star sign. moonmessages.com/Aries offer. And for those of you who think we're not trying, honestly, we're trying. It's a whole new system, and it's taking a long time. Okay, this is of traveling on Instagram. There is so much fear in me that I'm crippled in starting a new career and other parts of my life. What should I do? Of traveling? Oh, wow, there you go. You got the South Node card. Okay? Don't let your past hold you back. So whatever it is in your past that's holding you back of traveling, don't let your past hold you back. All right? Move on. And the way to move on is to forgive the past. That's the only way that I know of. That's the only way I know of. All right. Okay, Catherine Sissons, card for me, please. Is the guy I'm thinking about my future romantic partner? All right, so I'm going to do a tarot card for you, Catherine Sissons, because there's nothing franker than a tarot card. Okay, you ready? Here's your answer about the guy. Ooh. Judgment. Well, that's a very strange answer. I would say that means... All right, some tarot expert out there, is the guy for me, and we get the Judgment card. What does that mean to you? I would say it means yes, if you're ready for a relationship, you know. Yes, if you've done the hard work on your relationship. I wouldn't say it's the most positive card in the whole wide world. Oh, Catherine says, intuition tells me it's self-judgment. Ah, okay, so maybe you're judging yourself. You're judging yourself. Anybody else? Any tarot experts? Okay, Laura says, I'd read that as a soul connection, help to wake more of you up so there is learning in it. All right. Yeah, I mean... Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Hi, Soph. I'm glad you used my cards. Laura's comment makes sense. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to Laura's comment. Laura, I know Laura in real life. I'd read that as a soul connection and help to wake up more of you so there is learning in it. All right, so you're saying that this card suggests that the relationship Catherine's asking about is a soul connection that's helping you wake up to learning. Well, in that case, it definitely sounds like a soulmate. Whether it's forever or not, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I feel as well, Laura. It's not a big yes. It's not a big yes. Learning in the friendship relationship will teach you more about you. Yeah, I would say that as well. It's not a big yes. It's a little yes, as my husband would say. In French, they say, is a little yes. It's not a big no, but it's not a big yes. Hope that helped. Okay, let's go for another one. Oh, here we go. Sue, I see it as an honest heart-to-heart to see if the relationship is really worth it. Maybe some changes required. Yeah. Revival. Yes, true, Catherine. It does have a revival feeling to it, doesn't that card? Yeah, it's a weird card to get, but it's very interesting to read everyone's... It's interesting to read everyone's answers. Okay. Soph, I used your cards when my cousin passed, and the card that fell out was exactly what he would say, and it helped me out a heap. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. All right, let's see if anyone's got a question that's not about love. Okay. Rach, Catherine, does being rescued ring any bells? Right, Soph. All right. Yeah, you're all asking the same question. Now, is the man I'm thinking about my twin flame? Well, I think you're all going to get judgment. Okay, so I have to do another love question. I have to do another love question because everybody's asking love questions. Catherine, it makes sense. Good. Okay, Emma's just saying a card, please. I'm going to go with you. Emma Yorston Macaulay, a card, please. Okay. Interesting. This is your card. Now I've forgotten your question. Here's your card. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Now I need to refer back to what your question was. Where is she? Oh, you just wanted a general question. Well, guess what you got? You got the new moon card. A new start is coming. So that's great. A new start is coming. So whatever it is you want, Emma, a new start is coming your way. Very positive card. It's like you've moved past the cards that we got before, which are like, don't let your past hold you back and move out of your comfort zone and all that. You've done that work. A new start is coming. Once you do the work, that's when all the life changes. Lulu, will I accomplish the goal I'm working on now? What's the goal? Be a little bit more specific. Pretty please. Okay. All right, Isabel, am I on the right path creatively? Here we go. Whoa. Yes, you are. Who asked that question? Sorry. Isabel Galucho. Are you on the right path creatively? Yes, you are. You actually got the luck is on your side card with the new moon in Sagittarius. So especially if it's anything to do with publishing. But whatever it is, it suggests that you have the heavens on your side and you could get what, people would call a lucky break. But we all know, those of us who are hard workers, which I am, we all know that luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. So yes, keep going, Isabel. That's, like we said before, it was a little yes. I'd say that's a big yes. Keep going. All right. Kim says, will I leave my job soon? And what do we say to Kim? You create your own reality. If you want to leave, leave. But, I would always say make sure you've got something lined up first. People often ask me a question of, will I move to wherever? It's like, that is not a question for the cards. I'm going to do another card for everybody. This is a card for everybody asking, sorry, that's not a card for the question for the cards, because you choose if you move, all right? So this is a card for everybody who's asked a love question that didn't get an answer, who's put it in the comments, okay? Oh, interesting. Nothing is yet set in stone. Now, what this card means, this is the mutable moon card. Basically what that card means is, don't assume that there is a solid answer to your question yet. You actually still are creating the situation. All right? So, basically, you still need to make an effort. You still need to make an effort. Okay, let's have a look at Rach Noble. I don't know if I will have romantic and work success if I stay in my current physical places. I've moved a fair bit over the years and enjoy new places. I'm a Gemini, lol, with Aries rising and moon in Capricorn. Okay, so funnily enough, you need stability, but the Gemini in you keeps moving. So that's why you have this thing where, on the one hand, you know that it might be good for you to stay in one place, and then on the other hand, you want to keep moving. So you kind of need to, maybe you honor one side of yourself for a couple of years. If you've moved around a lot, maybe it's time to keep in the same place, Rach. I had a very similar situation actually at one point. I've got some Gemini planets, and the thing was for me is I realized that expression, a rolling stone gathers no moss, was actually quite true. And I needed to kind of stay in one place for a while, just for the sake of my friendships, for romantic relationships, for work and so on. And eventually I met my husband because I randomly went to Paris at one point from Sydney, Australia, so the other side of the world, meant to go there for a week, got there, liked it and decided to stay. And that's how I met Olivier. So, there is nothing set in stone, but it is true to say, I think, that if you want to get stability, you have to knuckle down. And I'd knuckled down for a few years before I made that move. And I think that what I had achieved in that period actually then prepared me to be able to go to Paris and meet Olivier, because I could support myself financially. I had enough of my ducks in a row. So this is your card, Rach. Oh gosh, everyone's getting such big cards. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change. So there's something big coming, you know, and it may well be that you want to move again. So if you feel like you need to move again, the cards kind of support that, but either way, something big is coming your way. All right, what else? Gathering moss, good for us Gemini, says Sally. Yes. Oh, I know you're in New York now, Sally. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a rolling stone, but I have learned the power of staying in one place, you know. All right. Okay, so will I ever get more spiritually connected? Well, I have a suggestion for you. If you want to get more spiritually connected, join me for chanting, which we're doing every single day. You've got to make a commitment. You don't just get spiritually connected. There's no plug you just plug into and you're spiritually connected. Join me for chanting, all of you, everybody, join me. I do chanting every day. It's on my events page. It's on my events page on Facebook. It had run out, but I've put more dates in. We're doing chanting every single day to the goddess Kali. Those of you who haven't joined us yet, this is it. We're doing the Mahakali chant. You want to get on the spiritual path? Join us for chanting. It's on Zoom and it's free and it's every day at 10:30 UK time. Thank you, Val says it's fantastic. Catherine, what's the best advice with manifesting to come true? The best advice, 10:30 a.m. is about an hour ago now, actually. Yeah. The best advice to manifesting to come true is to surrender. Every month, surrender. Make your wishes, but then surrender. Okay? Jemsky says, I would like to join, but timing with my daughter, who is 4, isn't always the easiest. You know, there's a lovely girl called Adele who joins us. She's got a daughter who looks about 4 years old. Adele sits quiet as a lotus on her bed, cross-legged. And I mean, I haven't seen her lately, but she's got a daughter called Maisie. And sometimes Maisie can be seen. So Adele's sitting on her double bed, big double bed. And in the background, we see Maisie bouncing up and down, singing and laughing and carrying on. And there's Adele like a still lotus chanting away, Jemsky. So join us. Yes, of course you can join too. And actually I put all the participants on mute because it sounds really weird. It sounds really weird if I can hear everybody, because Zoom kind of distorts everything. Someone's saying they were joining me for chanting and they lost their motivation and positivity. Rebecca Louise Welsh, get back on. I mean, come on. If I can get up every day, me, Mrs. Pajama Girl, and I get up and I sit and I get dressed and I chant, if I can do it, everybody can do it. Okay, I'm going to do one more question. Julie says, Julian15888 says, I'm in Australia, can I replay in Zoom chanting? Well, it takes place at 11 p.m. 8 p.m. 8:11. Okay. In Australia, chanting takes place every day at 8:11 p.m. You know, like it's a really good time for Australia, 8:11 p.m. Hopefully you've had your dinner by then. In England, I'm sorry, I'm getting all confused. You know when it takes place. It takes place at, must be 7:30 p.m. It takes place in Sydney, 7:30 p.m. for chanting. And that's 10:30 a.m. in London and 5:11 a.m. in New York. But, you know, there's plenty of people who join us from America. So, you know, and there are lovely people doing the chanting, says Elaine Kelly. There is a very good vibe coming from the group. I agree. I think I might need to make a special like Facebook group or something for the chanting. I'm trying to think how I'm going to continue, because this has been something that came out of lockdown. It was a directive from my teacher in India to do the chanting to Kali to remove all the fear and negativity and the virus. Deepa says, chanting this morning was fantastic. I'm so pleased. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Oh, thanks, Sally. Yeah, Sally's in New York. She gets up, must be getting up at 5:11 a.m. or 5, I don't know. She gets up early. I'm sorry, I get confused because I do chanting and then I do this message. So this message, the chanting was 1 hour ago. Wherever you are in the world, it was 1 hour ago. Someone's saying they did chanting and got goosebumps. Yeah, no, it's super powerful. All right. All right, Glenda, this is your card about the children's book. All right. Here is your card. This is the last card for the day. Let's all wish Glenda good luck. She's written a kid's book. What's she got? You got the same card. Nothing is yet set in stone. So, you know, what that means is you still have a lot of work to do. And quite honestly, Deepa says it would be great if you could do chanting every day. I do it every day. Every weekday I do it, Monday to Friday. Lauren, it's probably not going to finish. You have work to do to get the book out. Okay, so the thing is, you know, I'm an author. You know that. I've written bazillions of books now. Look, here's my diary that I wrote. I'm writing the one for 2022 right now. There's a 3-part process. If you want to write a book, just listen to this, okay? There's the writing, there's the editing, and there's the getting it out in the world. You know, like I was watching some show the other day that said, you know, remember that fantastic film, Field of Dreams? And there's this big chant in the Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Well, guess what? It's actually not really true. You can build a website or you can write a book or whatever, but if you don't let people know about whatever it is you've done, they won't come because they won't even know it's there. You know, it's like if you build it, they will come, but you have to tell them it's there. All right? Everyone's saying, am I going to continue chanting? I think so. I mean, I kind of want to. I never thought I could even do this amount of chanting, to be completely transparent, you know? Like, it's a big commitment. But somehow, I was saying to my husband today, and he completely agrees, the chanting has saved me during lockdown. Utterly saved me. I mean, right now, oh, I see, Deepa. Yes, I'll continue to do it after. That's what I'm talking about. I think I will. I think I will. At the moment, I feel a real responsibility to do it. What I actually want to do after lockdown is I want to do the chakra clearing chant, and then I'll probably continue to do these messages as well. But it saved me. It's got me through this period. It's got me through lockdown. It's got me through so far, touch wood. It's got me through my fears. I've worked through so many fears. It's a really powerful mantra. You know, it's about dissolving fear and destroying fear, this mantra. And who hasn't had fear during this period? So there you go. There you go. So on that note, oh, thanks, Michelle. Michelle says I have a lovely voice. Thank you. I've always loved singing. I never thought I would be getting up in front of people and chanting. Trust me. I did not think I would be doing that. Ever, ever, ever. Okay. Is chanting and meditation basically the same? Yeah, yes and no. I mean, chanting, you chant out loud, you know. Meditating, you're silent. And in fact, my teacher in India, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma, teaches that it's more powerful to chant a mantra silently. But the difference is what we're doing on the daily chanting now is we're doing it as a group. So when you do it as a group, doing it out loud is really powerful, even though we can't hear each other. Yes, says Penny. I love the chakra clearing chant. I remind Natalie of a teacher. Well, I do have a Capricorn moon, contract my MC. It worked because we flattened the curve in Aussie. Yes, go easy, Australians. You've really flattened the curve and you need to stay on top of it. What was the address again? The address for what? Sorry, Sarah and Nick, I don't know. Must chant with you as fear is so debilitating, says Joyce Wells. Yes, it really helps with the fear. All right. Would you recommend a chanting website with all the chants you do? I don't know a single chanting website. Every single chant that I know, pretty much, I would say 100%. I've got from the ashram that I go to in India, which is the Sri Shakti Narayani Amma Peedam in southern India. I've actually just been given permission to work with 12 new chants, which I'm going to start to do very soon. And I've had a priest in India who's recorded them all for me because the pronunciation is really important. So stay tuned for that. It's one for every moon, new moon and full moon. All right. Oh, Kamakshi signed up for the Moon Club. Great. I'm going to go downstairs now and tell my husband we have to get it online today. We've been trying and trying. It's really hard. It's just a whole new system, and every single person who's in there has to get particular tags and all that. But I will make one last shameless plug for the Sun, Moon and Stars portal. I've got to actually, what I'm going to do as soon as I finish here, I'm going to record the special reading, a card reading for June, which I'm going to give an A, B, or C card. If you want to take advantage of our inability to launch this thing, I mean, I really think we're going to do it today, but I thought we were going to do it yesterday. Last chance to get the 50% off if you sign up for a whole year investing in me. Thank you so much. Last chance. It's £97, which is, I think, you know, it's less than £10 a month, which is sort of less than $20 a month. And oh, it's an amazing portal, so much juiciness in there. Well, Catherine, if you like the old one, wait till you see the new one. It's like 1,000,000 times more beautiful. It's a lot of the same content though. I mean, I've added some new things like the card reading and a monthly podcast, and we're going to do quarterly trainings together on Zoom and stuff like that. Last chance, maybe, to get it. moonmessages.com/Aries offer. Aries like the sign. moonmessages.com/Aries offer. Get 50% off your membership of the Sun, Moon and Stars portal. And we might even open today. Haha. Fingers crossed. All right. Mwah. Lots and lots of love. Thank you all. You're all amazing.